Welcome back to Sold Out Sports Talk on AFR Talk. Saturday night, as we get you ready for a sports weekend, and next segment, I'll let you know before we get off the air what you can look forward to. As we got a great weekend of sports in order. Also, in the coming weeks, we will hit the NFL hard, college football hard, continue to bring in guys of faith, family, and sports, women of faith, family, and sports, and give you an opportunity to hear from these people about what it's about off the field. And that's what we're all about in American Family Radio and Sold Out Sports Talk. And if you want to get hold of me, of course, you can do it at Facebook at Roman Gabriel III, our fan page at Sold Out Youth Ministries, Twittering at Roman Gabriel 3RD, and our website official at soldouttv.com. Get your kids there, all sorts of video, audio information, stuff for you parents to help get engaged with your kids' life and use social networking as a positive. Karl Mecklenburg is our guest, former Denver Bronco linebacker, head of Reach Foundation, also an author. Heart of a Student Athlete, and I love the sound of that, because that's what we're all about here at Sold Out, is about coaches and student athletes and helping these kids to use athletics as a springboard, not only for their education but for life lessons. And Karl, one of the things that our parents that are out there, and that's what a lot of our audience is right now it's a very challenging time for families, really a big-time attack on the family unit. And schools are a tough place right now because of a lack of control that parents have once they let their kids get into the schools. And tell us about Heart of a Student Athlete and about the message you're trying to get out to mom and dad and to coaches.
Well, it really was a response to questions I kept getting, Roman. I coached for my children for years. I've got 2 sons and a daughter. I coached high school football for my oldest son, coached, girls soccer, coached basketball, coached all kinds of stuff. And in every situation I had, parents come up and ask, how can I get my child to the next level? What's important? There's so much information out there, ranging from diet to, you got to lock into one sport for their whole life. All these different approaches to being successful in the world of sports, and really I wanted to get the information out there that's not necessarily it. To me, there are universal, unchanging keys to success, not only in sports but in life, in business, and relationships. I talk about teamwork, with leadership being the ultimate expression of teamwork. Courage, the courage to try new things, and the courage to be decisive. Dedication, which I describe as hard work, constant learning, and refusing to quit. Desire, that's the dream, the passion, the mission. Honesty and forgiveness with yourself, and self-evaluation and with others. Finally, goal setting, the little steps that take you bit by bit, little by little, to where you want to go with that desire, that passion. That's the premise of the book. It's a series of stories, based on those premises. Obviously, football stories, but a lot of family stories too. It's a Mom's Choice Award Gold winner. It actually won the 2010 Mensa Sharprit Book Award for young adults. I had to beat out the werewolf and vampire books, so that was a big
That's
win.
Strong.
And I'm very excited about the book. It's in the 3rd printing. I had great feedback from you and many others, and it's making a difference. And to me, that's the thing. My mission, my passion as an author and a speaker is to inspire long-term positive change in teams and individuals, and that to me is a tough thing to do when you're just giving keynote speeches. I'll go and I'll speak to a group for an hour, and I leave, and I know that within 6 months they may remember a story or two, but they lose a lot, and the book will, for me anyway, will allow people to follow up and remember what I was talking about and reinforce that.
Karl Mecklenburg, our guest on Sold Out Sports Talk on AFR Talk. His book is Heart of a Student Athlete, and of course you can go to karlmecklenburg.net to see all about the Reach Foundation rewarding experiences for all children, as well as information about how to get hold of his book at Heart of a Student Athlete, and I assume they can get it pretty much anywhere.
It's on Amazon. It's also an ebook, and people can go to studentathlete.us.
Okay.
That's the website for the book. It's also the website for the speaking I do in colleges and high schools across the country.
Studentathlete.us to get the book. And, I'm on campuses working with young people. We're involved in a drug and alcohol program in our area here which is, which many people have ignored across our country, and really it's a problem that continues to elevate, even though people will tell you that that's not the case. When I go into schools, Karl, and I'm sure you see this as well, I'm very excited to hear about in the book about success, goals, hope, forgiveness, because I really think that in order to have long-term change, there has to be forgiveness. And in this case, as a Christian, a lot of that comes from God and the God-given abilities that he wants us to know that in these kids that they have. But I think one of the things that's missing and I wanted to get your opinion being in so many schools and some of the things that you do, don't you think that hope is a big issue with these kids right now, that a lot of kids don't have hope?
Yeah, I really do, Roman, and I think that's very perceptive of you. The natural place for a human being, and you see this in all little kids, is to have extravagant desires for their future. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be the president of the United States. I want to be a professional athlete, whatever it is. But then life starts chipping away, and circumstances start chipping away, and unfortunately, a lot of times, family starts chipping away. You look at the inner city breakdown of families, not only in the inner city but across the country. And you see that, where there's hope that's taken away, and kids stuff like, "Who do you think you are? You're no better than I am. You can't get out of this situation." And the kids start looking up to the wrong people because they're the ones with the money and the cars and the jewelry and stuff, instead of looking to the people that are doing the right thing. So to me, yeah, hope is a tough thing, but when you have a faith and you believe that God's put you here for a reason, I think it's easy to bring that back. Honesty and forgiveness is probably the most difficult key to success to talk about or that I write about in the book. A lot of people think they can do no wrong and won't take accountability, and then a lot of people blame themselves when it's cloudy. And really, to be able to set goals in the direction you want to go with your life, you've got to be honest with yourself and say, this is where I am. This is where I want to go. How do I get there? What do I do today to take a couple more steps? I wake up every morning and think about where I want to go. As a Christian, I want everything I say and do to reflect God's love. As a father and a husband, I want to give uncompromising, unconditional love to my family. As a speaker and an author, like I said, it's everything I do. I want to inspire long-term positive change in teams and individuals. That's where I'm going. I set goals in that direction every day. I work towards those things, and I've decided this is what's important to me. And with me, there were times and have been times in my life where I wasn't the Christian I should have been, or there were times I wasn't the father and the husband I should have been. But because I have those desires and passions and missions, I know that's happening, and I can set goals back in that direction and get back on the track I want to go with my life.
Final moments with Karl Mecklenburg on Sold Out Sports Talk on AFR Talk. And ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you to do this. If you're especially if you're in the Denver area, you listen to our program, or even if you hear it on AFR.net, please go to studentathlete.us and get this book. If you want to encourage your young people and you want to put something in the hands of a coach or a teacher, you need to get this book, Heart of a Student Athlete, that Karl has put his heart into. So go to Amazon, go to karlmecklenburg.net, go to studentathlete.us, either one of those to get this book. It really is a must. It's something you need to read. And also in the Denver area and Colorado area, if you want to get involved, the Reach Foundation, karlmecklenburg.net. Also, you can check him out on Facebook at Karl Mecklenburg. But we need to pour our lives into the next generation. It's something I believe is being grossly ignored in our country. I think we're so tied into what's going on economically, which we need to be, but we also need to understand that there are human situations that need to be addressed, and anybody that wants to work with young people, pray for young people, provide dollars for an organization like this, we need your help, and Karl needs your help. So, Karl, man, goes by quickly. I hope that you'll come back again and visit with us when your next project or anything you want to let us know, because you are doing what we're all about, which is letting people know that there are guys out there that it isn't about them, it isn't about what they did in the past. It's about knowing that God has a plan today for your life and wants to use you, and it's obvious that God's using you and your family, especially in the Denver area. So we appreciate you coming in, and please stay in touch with us. We look forward to having you come back and visit us.
I definitely will, Roman. Thanks so much.
God bless you, my friend. Take care.
All right, bless you.
Karl Mecklenburg, former All-Pro linebacker of the Denver Broncos, our guest on Sold Out Sports Talk on AFR Talk. And I've been looking forward to getting Karl on this program for a long time, and I'm glad he was able to spend some time with us from the West Coast, spending some time with family out there, and took the time to join us. And if you have a friend, a neighbor, a parent, a single parent, a coach, a person in your life that you need encouragement, you need to get them to listen to this interview and to get this book, Heart of a Student Athlete, at studentathlete.us. Go there today and get this book and support your kids, support your student athlete, support your coaches and your parents. It's so encouraging to me. This is a guy who had a great career in the NFL. Could be resting on his laurels, and that's something that a lot of people do, no matter whether you're a former professional athlete or whether you're a great doctor, lawyer, or business person. The bottom line is that he sees his worth as a lot more than just what he did as a Denver Bronco. But the key is, just like every one of us out there, is that we can use our platform. We can use the things we have accomplished in the past to help other people now and in the future. And I want to encourage you to do that. I want to encourage you to use your talents and abilities and the resources that God's given you, kind of like Karl said, that he's given us far more than we need. The key is, are we willing to take the free will to use it? Well, listen, you can also help Sold Out Youth Ministries today. We have a DVD similar to what Karl's book is. It's on Tony Dungy, world champion coach of the Indianapolis Colts. It's a 1-hour documentary on his Super Bowl experience at Super Bowl 41. You can own this Super Bowl champion sold-out DVD called Sold Out Faith, Family, and Sports. That's right, with Tony Dungy. Spend a week at the Super Bowl with me, with athletes like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Kurt Warner, Jerry Rice, Aaron Rodgers, Brian Urlacher, Hines Ward, Joe Namath, Phil Simms, John Elway, who we just talked about, Dan Marino, and others. You can get it at Roman at SoldOutTV.com. It also talks about to kids specifically about goals and to parents about parenting. Tony Dungy. Get it at SoldOutTV.com. Just tell me you want it for a $25 gift, tax deductible or more. We'll send that DVD within 7 days to you. Just let us know at Roman at SoldOutTV.com. See you on the other side. We'll get ready for Sports Weekend.